I'm Emmett Furey, and I'm the Transmedia producer for The New Adventures of Peter and Wendy.
I'm Marken Greenwood, and I'm his assistant. I defer to you.
Okay.
You're my boss.
Let's see. Marken's from... No. I'm from the Philly area, originally. Came out to LA about 11, 12 years ago.
I'm from Los Angeles, born and bred. And but I went to Michigan for 4 years for college, and then New York City for life experiences for 4 years, and now I'm back here because it's the best coast. What?
I've always been into sort of big story world things. From that's what made me want to be a writer, starting with Star Wars. So I would play with my action figures and tell stories with that just for myself. And my folks always sort of nurtured my creativity, which is nice. I was able to. They always like, that's what you want to do it. And so it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'd say dress up was like my main form of fun growing up, from like age 5 to like now. Well, I became an actress, and now I'm transitioning more into writing, and it's all just part of the same idea of me like making up stories in my backyard. That's what I did, in different dresses.
I wanted to be a bunch of unrealistic things. I wanted to be a basketball player. I wanted to be an archaeologist. More like, because I was into dinosaurs a lot as a kid. What else? I wanted to be a comic book artist, actually, kind of like Peter. I went the writing way ultimately, but those were things that I wanted to do, in theory.
There was one brief shining moment in 2nd grade where I wanted to be a teacher, and then I went the acting route, and the rest is history. It's all it's all downhill from there, kiddies. No, I just pretty much knew from a very early age that I wanted to be in the entertainment world.
I like to think of it as sort of a big story tapestry across a bunch of different mediums. And the trans, for me, means like you go from one medium to another and back again, as opposed to a bunch of sort of parallel, unrelated stories. So, you watch an episode, and then, that comes out on like a Friday, and then the characters are existing in real time on Twitter and stuff happens. Like, you move across a bunch of different mediums, I would say.
Transmedia connects the fans to the material so much more, It's not just you passively sitting and watching an episode. It's you getting on Twitter and interacting with the characters, and sharing things with each other and growing a community. So a lot of the fans ended up becoming friends through the Twitter feeds, just talking to each other.
Yeah, it's, especially a show like this where we've got the fan roleplay component, it's sort of like we cultivate fan fiction, but then kind of make it fan fact by canonizing the fan created content.
I really liked Panet, which was an event we did last summer, where we put on a community theater production of an adaptation of Hamlet called Panet. And it's Peter's attempt at like screwing with Captain Hook. But it doesn't go very well, as you can imagine. But we ended up casting half the show characters and half the fan characters. So we handed out scripts to everybody, and then we set a time where everybody got online and we tweeted the lines of the script to each other, and the person who was playing Panet tweeted his lines, and the person who was playing the other character tweeted those lines, and it worked beautifully, and it was so fun.
Yeah,
it was so fun.
It was very meta, and which I like. And the only one who missed the line was me, and they fixed it, so we were good.
And people totally called him out on it.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I do as Transmedia producer is write the John editorials. And they have sort of evolved to be a sort of explication of the life of the millennial. I've definitely identified with John more than any of the other characters and gotten into that part of the story.
I just need to know what happens. Like, I need to know that Peter turns back into a good guy again. I think he's on a self-discovery journey. I think it's gonna be fine, but like I need to see that happen. I need to see him get back together with Wendy, obviously. I don't think Hook's a bad guy, so I want to see him like get some like maybe love, but from another source, not Wendy, because she belongs with Peter. You know, it's just like I need to know these things.